All right. All right. What's going on, guys? It's cosplay adaptation to evolution A to E here live on YouTube. Um, Finally got something actually going up. So I actually have everything working now. So hopefully I can redo everything. Hopefully get everything done at the appropriate time. For those who were looking forward to me doing a video, I'm sorry that I did it late. Just having some technical difficulties, obviously, with everything going around. So, you guys are more than welcome now to chat in this live video if you guys want to. Today, I'm actually going to be doing a 20 questions and answers that I've had people ask me, and I wanted to go ahead and share them with you guys here live on YouTube. Obviously, I want to make sure that I'm staying within the guidelines and everything that is appropriate for me to be doing here on YouTube. Now, me doing this 20 questions and answers, obviously, I'm gonna do because I want you guys to be able to get to know me a lot more. And if the case of me doing it here live on YouTube is what I have to do, then that's what I'm gonna do. So, um, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these questions that I've had people ask. So the first question is your dream vacation. So, needless to say, my dream vacation is probably going to be in Orlando, Florida, and it's only because I've been there numerous of times. So, at this point right now, that's where I want my dream vacation to be at this point right now until, I end up finding something else. And if I find something else, then awesome, great. I'll definitely be excited for sure. Absolutely for sure. Um, Definitely be something well worth waiting to do. So can't wait for that, obviously. So I'm super pumped, super excited to actually go to whatever place I get to. So that's kind of where I stand right now as my dream vacation. So second question is, when do you usually go to sleep? Anything you'd like to actually drop it in the chat, and I will try to answer that too as well. So, anyways, like I said, well, when do you usually go to sleep? So I usually go to sleep depending on the type of day. So if it's Friday, I usually try to go to sleep around like maybe 2 or 3, catch a movie at that point, and then fall asleep. So I probably won't wake up the next morning until like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning in the afternoon. I don't know. What I was about to say the morning. At that point, it's already past 1 in the morning. So yeah, I'm usually up around like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So that's usually when I'm up and going at wherever I need to go with my day. So if it's Saturday and it's moving on to Sunday, I'm usually sleep by at least 1, maybe 12 or 1, depending on what I'm doing and the type of mood I'm in. So if I'm kind of tired, I'm definitely gonna try to get some sleep early as possible. Most Sundays, I usually wake up, try to get myself to the grocery store so I can get things I need. So that way I can have something to eat, something to snack on, whenever I'm at work, whenever I'm here at the house, whichever one. I definitely wanna make sure I have some food at least. So um, that's that question right there. So usually it's the type of day that'll determine when I go to sleep. Um, so the third question is, when did you last go on vacation? So the last time I was on vacation, and before I do that, is Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. Just want to go ahead and let you guys see that. Big anime fan of Dragon Ball Z. Big fan. But anyways, moving on to the next question. And the next question is obviously, when did I last go on vacation? And the last time I was on vacation, I definitely want to say it was last year in October. So October of 2019 was the last time I was on vacation, and my friend and I and his parents, we all traveled over to Orlando, Florida, to go to I believe it was Universal Studios, if I'm not mistaken. We went to Universal Studios. Really fun, awesome time. Had a great time. Had a blast with my friend. Obviously, I mean, I would definitely consider him more so of a brother than a friend. I've been friends with him for definitely 8 years at most. And if you're watching this, big shout out to you, Michael Mendez. Awesome friend, wonderful brother. He's like an older brother to me. So um, definitely want to give a big shout out to him. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be able to travel anywhere because I've never traveled when I was growing up. So I think the only time I traveled before I met him was when I was going back to Pennsylvania to go meet with my grandparents. So I think that was the only time I've actually traveled. That was the first time I actually traveled. Other than that, that was literally just about it. So I actually managed to, get to know Michael, get to know his family, and they accepted me and see me as family to them. So we would travel up to Florida most times, and the first time I went was around 2014, I believe. 2014 was the very first time I went to Florida, and I had a blast. Now I will say I got a little homesick because you know how it is when you're away from family so much, and you feel like you've never been away from them for a long time, and you being away from them, it's like you miss them so much, and you want to just be back there. But after a while, you kind of get used to it. I mean, you still miss them, but not as much as you did when you first started going out to these other states and traveling a lot. I mean, I still miss my family. If I was traveling over to Florida, I still check up on them, make sure they're all doing okay, and they check up on me, making sure I'm doing okay, and if I'm being well taken care of and all that stuff. So that's kind of how that goes. So that was the very last time I went on vacation, which was October 2019. I'm actually trying to go back around January of 2021. So I'm super excited for that. Definitely going back to Orlando, Florida, but I don't know if I'm going to Disney or whether I'm going to Universal Studios. Whichever one, I will keep you guys updated and we will travel all together. We will all be there. So it'll be one travel blog. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that when that time comes around. And like I said, I will actually have that up and ready for you guys when that time comes around. I watched one, and one of them was guys, my connection is kind of lagging a little bit. So, and it was yesterday was Grace the Possession, and don't want to get like too into depth with it. So what the movie was about was it's about this woman. Her name is Grace. Um, she doesn't really know much about her father. All she knew was that her mother died when she was born. When Grace herself was born. Um, Apparently, I guess something happened. Actually, she was actually with her friends when she was up in college. When she was up in college, she actually managed to drink with a couple of her friends that she met at the college and that type of thing. And, they drank, they partied, all that type of stuff. And I'm guessing Grace kind of had some hallucinations. And her roommate, which was named Jessica, she was kind of going on to Grace about, I guess how she was ending up like her mom. And I guess it took Grace over the edge to where she pushed her over the balcony and she landed right down on the concrete. And the back of her head was bleeding, but that was just an hallucination. So as soon as her friend, Grace's friend Brad came out, and Brad was a good friend to Jessica too as well. Like they were all like really great friends. So he came up to the balcony and he was kind of creeped out with what I guess the reaction Grace was giving him or something like that. And like I said, I'm not trying to go too into depth with it. So I'm trying to keep everything, at a bare minimum, at most and at least. So um yeah, so he came in, he saw her, and I guess he was kind of creeped out with what she said about how she accidentally made Jessica fall over the balcony. And for those who are just entering in, I do apologize if you're coming in at the wrong time or anything like that. I'm just kind of um, doing a movie, or at least talking about a movie I had recently watched. So, like I said, you guys are more than welcome to jump in and ask questions too if you like as well. So, anyways, like I said, so she fell out. Her friends took her to the hospital, and she was talking with her doctor about what was going on, and the doctor had asked her if she was going through some type of mental illness that I guess her mother's had seemed to have gone through, and I guess she was telling her that she might have her mom was going through that same thing, and she doesn't know if she's going through that same thing as well. So the doctor had told her to go to a psychiatrist whenever she had the chance to go. So that was that. And as time went by, she started having more hallucinations about her mom, and I guess wanted to know what had actually happened. So I'm not going to go too into depth with it. If you guys want to know more, let me know. I want to go ahead and jump into the next question. So the next question that I had somebody ask was, are you always hungry 24/7? I would definitely say no. I'm not always hungry 24/7. Not at all. The only time I usually get hungry is obviously when I wake up, maybe like say about 3 4 hours, maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. From the previous time that I had already eaten some food. So at that point, yeah, might be hungry at that point, but not all the time. So I'm not gonna say I'm always been hungry every single day. I mean, we all are, but I would definitely say I wouldn't eat 24/7. Like, wouldn't eat every minute or every second. So I would definitely say not always hungry every 365 days, or every little second that comes around, or every minute that pops up after the next minute that I've already eaten. So that's kind of how I see it. Now, if I'm hungry every day, yes. I mean, we all are. We all want something to eat. We all want to be able to survive. That's kind of how I see things here. You're always impatient. No, not to a certain extent to where it's like, okay, I've already been patient enough, so I want to go ahead and get the things that I needed to get. So it feels like money, and this goes with probably pretty much almost everybody. So I think everybody almost has that same um reaction. So if you've obviously been waiting so long to get money that I guess some friend of yours might have needed to pay you back, and you've waited so long to get the money, and you've waited too long, and at that point, yes, it's to an extent to where you're going to get impatient, and you're going to want to go to them immediately and tell them, hey, where's the money that you owe me? Because I've been waiting like maybe a month or 2 or 6 months. Now if it's 6 months, at that point I would have already been done. I would have already had my money by then. So it's crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. It's kind of crazy. So like I said, it's only to a certain point and to a certain extent to where it's like, okay, now I'm starting to get impatient because I've been waiting too long. But if it's certain things like maybe a new phone, or maybe a new video game, another console, or something along the lines of that, that's something I can definitely wait for. So I don't have to be like super impatient for. I can get it whenever because I have the money, so I can get it whenever I need to. So I would definitely say I'm not always impatient at all. Never really impatient for anything. So next question is, do you cry, or have you ever cried in sad movies? Um I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have never, ever cried in any sad movies that I've watched. Now there was a point to where I was like, why did this happen or why is this happening? Now I'm already the person who doesn't really cry too much. I mean, the only time I would possibly cry is if, maybe a family member of mine died or somebody had passed away that I was like really close to. But sad movies, not really. Like I'm pretty much like, okay, it's whatever happens, happens, and it's like, why did it have to happen? So, like I said, I'm weird in my own little way, so I do apologize if some people have cried, and I'm sure some haven't. But me, no, I have not cried at all. So definitely want to go ahead and share that with you guys. And like I said, plenty more questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me in the chat, and I'll definitely get to that too as well. So, moving on to the next question is, do you dance or sing in the car? Now, definitely singing and rapping in the car, yes, because I personally drive. I have my own car, so I go to work, I go to the store, wherever I need to go to. If I'm in my own car, yes, you're gonna definitely see me rapping. You're gonna see me singing to whatever song I like to listen to, whether it's Chris Brown, whether it's Neo, Trey Songz, or any R&B artist, or when it comes to rapping, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Drake, Montana 300, any rock songs too as well, Breaking Benjamin. Another one is 3 Days Grace. Like I said, there's plenty of other ones that I've listened to, and right now I can't name them off the top of my head. But yes, I've definitely rapped those songs that I love to listen to. Dancing, not so much, but maybe at times if it's a song I really enjoy listening to, I'll bob my head or something like that, or literally just rock my head back and forth while I'm having my eyes set on the road too, because I still know what's going on around me. So I'll definitely dance or sing, but dancing is just more so bobbing my head and kind of getting in with the beat or the song that I'm listening to. So that's kind of how I do it. Now, somebody had asked me if I ever danced or sing in the shower. No, never danced in the shower because that's an easy way to slip and slide and hurt yourself. Um, didn't really see that to be normal at all. Singing in the shower, I've actually had maybe a few times where I've done that. Actually, not gonna lie, I've had a few times where I might have sang in the shower a little bit, at sometimes, but if it's like an occasional thing or something that's continuous that I would do constantly, no, I would not do that at all. I didn't really see that to be normal, and I guess it might have flew away from my head to even realize that, how come I have never sang in the shower, or how come I never danced in the shower? It's because I just didn't think it was normal. Now, I couldn't bring any electronic devices in the shower because obviously it's something that I'm not used to doing, and something bad could happen. And most of the electronic devices, when it comes to speakers, MP3s, iPods, or anything like that, I don't really think it's waterproof, so it could mess up easily, just like that. So, never sang, never danced in the shower. I've only sang like maybe a few times. So, how long? How long could you stay without bathing? That's one of those things where it's like I can't really do so much of because hygiene is such an important part in every human being because you want to stay clean, you want to stay fresh every single day. And I work 5 days out the week, so I have to make sure that I get myself clean every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. When it comes to Saturday, eh, maybe. I could probably go one day without bathing, possibly. That's at most. Like I have to make sure I stay clean all the time. So I usually bathe all day, every day, all 7 days a week. So that's just me personally. I have to make sure that I keep myself clean, well hygiened, because it's a big part in everything that I do here, not on YouTube, but just in my everyday life. So that's obviously part in everybody's life. You have to make sure that you're bathing every day. But if I was able to go without bathing, it would have to just be one day out the week, obviously. So the next question is, would you give all of your money to charity? I could ask you guys the same thing, and I probably would get the same response that I'm about to give you guys too. Um, Now, for some of you guys, probably would give all of your money. I don't know if you would. I mean, that's just me. I wouldn't personally because I do have a life of my own that I want to be able to live, and I can't live that if I don't have money. And I can't give all of my money to charity because it's something that I couldn't do, especially if I have my own life goals, accomplishments that I need to achieve, stuff I need to have. So I'm trying to get my own place sometime next year. So if I don't have money, I can't move out. If I don't have money, I can't maintain a good life that I'm having right now. I can't get the things that I want, can't get the things I need. So it's one of those things that it's like I can only give a small portion to charity. Maybe that feels like 50 cents, a dollar, two, three, four, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, maybe $10, $20. Then yeah, I can do that. It wouldn't be a problem. Now having to do all of my money, that's just something I can't do. I cannot do that. Wouldn't do it. And it's something I can't do. Now I don't know about you guys. Now I personally can't, but if some of you guys can, if you guys can, then awesome. You know, hats off to you guys. Give you guys the mad props for that because I can't do that. I have my own stuff to go to and I'm not rich. So I can't personally say that I would give all of my money to charity. If it was a limited amount, then yes. So moving on to the next question. So next question is a very serious question, and it only depends on, I guess, like certain things. So somebody had asked me, do you enjoy watching cartoons or animes? And my honest answer is it depends on the cartoons. Now, if it's the cartoons that they show today on TV, which I personally don't watch. I don't watch any of the cartoons they show on TV now because some of them aren't as good as they used to be. If it was the cartoons that they show today, I would watch anime, period. Over the cartoons they watch today, I would definitely watch anime. If it's the cartoons back in the 90s, and I was definitely born in 94, so I watched some of the good cartoon shows that they used to have. So if it was the cartoons back in the 90s, I would watch that over anime. So that depends on the certain type of cartoons. So if it's the cartoons back in the day, it's anime. If it's the cartoons today, it's anime. Point blank. So, so next question, and I don't know if some of you guys have had the same situation. So somebody had asked me, have you laughed at the wrong moment before the right moment was actually about to come around? I would definitely say yes. I've had those times. I have had those times where I have laughed at the wrong moment. And one of the moments was Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. So it was at this point where Harry and Marv were at the kid's house, which was I've seen this movie so many times, but I just cannot get the guy's name, the little boy's name. But anyways, Marv's obviously going around through the back door. Harry's going around the front door. Marv's going through the back door. And obviously, Marv going down the stairs and slipping and sliding kind of made me laugh. So before that time even came around where he was actually slipping down the stairs, so right when he approached the stairs, I actually started laughing because it was at that point where I already knew that that laughable moment was coming. So I had to laugh before that time came around. So yes, I have had those times where I laughed at the wrong moment. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to laugh at the wrong moment when something, that's funny is about to come around. And, it's funny. It just makes me laugh. If you guys had that same point in time where, you've laughed at the wrong moment, awesome. Ain't nothing wrong with it at all. Be truthfully honest with you guys. It's really not that bad. I've had it too. So the next question is your favorite movie. My favorite movie, personally, I don't have a favorite movie because there are so many movies that I've seen right now. The Mummy Returns with both Brendan Fraser, The Mummy Returns with The Rock, um, The Scorpion King with The Rock, obviously, Scorpion King 2, um, Drake and Josh in Hollywood, Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2. Um, like I said, there's so many movies that I can name right off the top of my mind right now, and they're literally so good that it's so hard to pick one favorite movie out of it. So it's one of those things that's so hard to do and answer, especially when it comes to movies or TV shows, any type of TV shows or any type of movies, actually. And it's like something that you've watched all your life, and you go back and rewatch them again and again and again. It's like you love watching those type of movies, and you want to keep watching them. And someone asks you what your favorite movie is, and you're like, I don't have one because I've seen all these movies and they're all so good, and it's hard to pick one. So that's kind of how I see things right there with that one. So that's just me personally. I don't have a favorite movie. I don't have a favorite TV show either. I have favorite TV shows, but not a favorite TV show. If you see what I'm getting at. Favorite movies, yes. Favorite movie, no. Favorite movies, plural, yes. Another question is, would I prefer summer or winter? Some of you prefer summer because you like to go to the beach. You like to kick your feet back and relax and enjoy the ocean. You like to go swimming and all that type of good stuff. And I would agree with you personally. I would agree with that 100%. I would like to go to the beach, kick my feet in the sand, swim around, and be able to relax and have a good time. But more so often than not, I actually work, and I work at a warehouse job. So summer really isn't the best season for me. I would prefer winter only because I like the cool air that I get around. And because I work in trailers at FedEx Ground and I unload packages, it's hard to lift packages so much heat outside. And it's like you don't want to do that. You want to be able to sit back at your own house, or you want to go to the beach, you want to kick your feet out and relax under the sun. Get a tan or anything like that. Instead of having to lift up boxes every minute, every hour out the day, and you're sitting there sweating. You're trying to keep yourself hydrated and all that type of stuff. You want to be out relaxing. So I would prefer winter over summer. So that's the only reason why I prefer winter over summer. I don't like the summer only because I work at a warehouse job. So that's just me. So I only have 3 more questions left in this live stream. After that, if you guys have any questions you'd like to ask me, you're more than welcome to type them up now, put them in the comments, and I would definitely answer them now. Or if you guys don't have any questions, that's perfectly fine too as well. So moving on to the next question. What do you want to do when you grow up? Right now, I'm kind of doing that at this point. I want to be a YouTuber, and that's what I'm doing now. So before then, I actually wanted to be a professional wrestler, but that's only because I grew up watching wrestling, the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era around 99, 2000, all the way to 2010, 2014, 15, 16. The only time I wanted to be a professional wrestler was around the late 90s, early 2000s. That's kind of when I wanted to be a wrestler because it seemed like it was fun. At that point in time, as I started growing up, I wanted to be a basketball player. Didn't really do that. I mean, I was good at basketball. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really have anybody to train me, so it was one of those things where it's like, can't really do. So, drawing was another thing I wanted to do. Didn't really know what I wanted to do more so into drawing because when I was younger, I would always um, draw those little grids in the coloring books, and I know some of you guys remember that. I remember the first thing I drew was Goofy, and I don't know if it was a Disney coloring book I had, but there was this grid, and if you guys remember the grid, they would have the picture of the character on this end and like the bigger grid in the middle. And of course, you would have to draw it by hand. You couldn't trace it or anything like that. So I started drawing it, and it actually came out exactly like the picture because you're getting all of your shapes in the right dimensions or in the right squares that they're supposed to be in at a certain angle and making sure that they're drawn right. So I remember doing that. And like I said, if I could go back into the past and actually have a video recording myself doing this type of stuff, I would definitely do that and show you guys this. It was literally awesome. That's when I knew that drawing was an extreme talent that I had, but I had to take it into my own hands and actually draw it without having the grid there and without having an actual picture. So I'll try to do more stuff like that within the next couple of videos that I do, but more so cosplay, obviously, because what I like to do. So yes, YouTube is something that I want to do now, and I'm still doing it now. So I kind of already am doing what I wanted to do when I grow up. So I'm very happy for that. Another question, and this is a more serious question because it kind of goes both ways, depending on, I guess, what makes any person happy or what makes a certain person happy is is money the real source of happiness, and what makes you happy? So money, I would definitely say, isn't the source of happiness, but it gets you the things that you want in life. What makes you happy is what you want to do in life, is what you would like to do starting now, what you would like to do in a certain job, what you would like to do as a career. That's the type of stuff that makes me happy, is what I like to do in my own personal time as well. So doing YouTube makes me happy. Drawing makes me happy. Being able to cosplay makes me happy. Um, Being able to have money, yes, that makes me happy. But I wouldn't say it's the real source of happiness. Um, but more so, it could be because if you didn't have money, you wouldn't have computers. If you didn't have money, you wouldn't have cosplay suits. If you didn't have money, you wouldn't be able to get the stuff that you need to have in order to build a good video. So if you didn't have money, you wouldn't have a camcorder either. So I would definitely say money is the source of getting and receiving happiness. So yeah, yes, I would definitely say money could also be the real source of happiness too. But like I said, it depends on what you want out of life, what makes you happy, that type of thing. So I'm very sorry to say this, but this is the very last question that I have. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask, definitely ask them now. If you want to just sit back and watch me ask all these questions and answer them in the most honest way I possibly can, that's fine too. Don't mind it at all. So as long as I have people watching, it's all that makes me happy. So moving on to the last question, and this is another serious question as well, and um, I'm pretty sure anybody would answer this the same exact way I probably would be right now. So say there are two people drowning in the pool, and one of them was your family member, and the other was your lover. Both of them were drowning in the ocean. Which one would you save, and which one would you actually drown to their death, and why? So I had somebody ask me that question, and I wanted to go ahead and reply that to that person. I don't know who the exact person is, but if I had to choose, it would definitely be my family member because needless to say, for me personally, family comes first before anything, anything, anything. Your family comes before your girlfriend. Family comes first before your job. Anything, anything. Family is the number one thing overall. Now, God, obviously, that would tie in with both at the same time. So, family and God would be tied for number one. But if it was your girlfriend or your boyfriend, whether you're a girl, whether you have a boyfriend, whether you have a guy, whether you have a girlfriend, family's first for me personally. So, if I was able to save them both, yes, I would definitely do that. But if I had to save just one, it would be my family member. Now, if it was a long lost cousin or somebody I didn't know and never told me that I had one, and that was that person, and I didn't know about it, I would definitely save my lover at that point because I didn't know that person. And it's like, why? But I saved that person, I don't know them, they're like a complete stranger. See, that would be more so my older brother, Victor. For those who don't know and who haven't known, and I probably haven't said this, I do have an older brother, but I don't know much about him. He's literally on my dad's side of the family. So, like I said, he's like a complete stranger to me because I don't know him. I only knew him when I was a baby. So, um, I would definitely save my family member first. Now, obviously, watching documentaries of like paranormal or spiritual stuff, it's kind of one of the things you want to watch out for, especially when it comes to somebody that knows you well enough, knows where you live and all that type of stuff. And if you have mirrors in your room, and I'm sorry to say that because I don't like having mirrors in my room. So if I have to look at something through like a glass mirror, I'm either moving that mirror out or I'm moving my bed somewhere else away from the mirror so I don't have to see it. Because one of those things is like something spiritual could pop out through that mirror. And if it is happens to be your lover, something bad could actually happen. And you don't know what to expect because you're sitting there frightened out of your mind and you don't know what to do. All you can really say is, I'm sorry that I couldn't, rescue you because, I had to go and save my family member first. But more so, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to agree with you that, they would save their family member first before they would go and get you because, family's first before everything or anything. So that's kind of how I would see things right there. And like I said, I'm sure everybody would probably agree with me on that too as well. Um, so for next week, I don't know what I don't know what I'm probably gonna do. I may end up doing a gaming stream here on YouTube. Also, do have a Twitch account as well, so um, you guys are more than welcome to watch what I have on that channel as well. Um, Other than that, this has been Cosplay Adaptation to Evolution. You either adapt or evolve in this channel. One or the other or both, you decide. It's your decision. Um, Definitely stay tuned for next week. Try to have something good for you guys. Um, Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see here. If you love what you see here, we can get more content like this. We can, do some fun stuff here as well. So whatever you guys want to do, you guys are more than welcome to request anything from me as well. Put it in the comments, put it in the chat right now as well if you want to. Whatever it is you guys want me to do, definitely make sure you guys comment down below. And I will definitely try to get to that as soon as possible. Because I definitely want to make sure I have a bucket list as well. So that way you guys can, tag along with me while I do these fun adventures. And we can also do YouTube challenges as well. So we can do that type of stuff too as well. So that way you guys can actually interact with me while I'm doing this type of stuff. So I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. I am going to try to do a YouTube challenge as well. So I'll keep you guys updated on that if I end up wanting to do that, and I may end up doing it. So I'll probably do like maybe a sour candy challenge or something along the lines of trying something new and kind of getting a reaction out from it and seeing what I think about it. So, like I said, anything like that or somewhere along the lines of any type of challenge, I'll probably go ahead and start doing here live on YouTube. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. So make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. If it doesn't show up on here, make sure you guys subscribe on on any of my other videos, and it should be down below this video as well. There should be a symbiote logo. Beside the symbiote logo should be the subscribe button. Make sure you guys click that, and it'll definitely let you guys know when you're subscribed, and you will be automatically not enjoyed, but you'll be automatically added into the adaptation or evolution, the survival of the fittest, obviously given by Charles Dickens. You guys will automatically be added into the adaptation to evolution of cosplay here on this channel. So looking to do some more cosplays. I will let you guys know when I have something new coming up. I do still have my friend making the Daredevil mask as well. I don't know when it's going to be done because he's still working on it. But other than that, we are going to try to do some more humorous videos as well. So like I said, it's a lot of things we're going to be doing. So trying to take everything one step at a time. So make sure you guys like this video if you like it. If you don't like it, let me know if there's anything I need to do to improve, whether it be the quality, which I know I need to do because obviously, this is obviously off my laptop, so I'm not using my camcorder like I usually am, so it doesn't give out much quality. So I try to do everything I can with that. But anyways, that's literally all I have for you guys today. Really hope you guys enjoyed this. We are going to be doing some games on here too as well, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We may end up doing something fun. So if you don't see my face on the screen, you'll hear my voice for the most part. So just don't take it the wrong way if I don't show my face on the screen. I'll definitely have a game playing around while I'm doing this live stream. So that's probably what I'll end up being. That's probably what I'm going to do next week. So definitely stay tuned for that. I may end up just not even doing Twitch. I may just keep everything here on YouTube because it just seems a lot easier and more stuff for me to do, and then not have to do like multiple accounts and anything like that. So yeah, so everything should probably be here on YouTube. But anyways, other than that, I love you guys and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions, put them down in the comments down below. I will get to them the next time I do the questions and answers type of video. Other than that, that's all I got. So love you guys. Peace. I'm out.